Hi, I'm Andy, and as mad as this still sounds to me, I have recently become a Christian. So it started for me about 2 months ago. I reconnected with an old school friend called Elizabeth. She's part of your community, and she mentioned to me that she was a Christian. We had some conversations in regards to some relationships and troubles that I'd recently been having. And the next thing I know, she has sent me a video to watch on YouTube. So I have to be a little bit careful as to what I say here because she may be listening. But initially I thought, here we go, trying to push on to a non-believer, absolutely typical of the Christian faith. Now, we had arranged to meet for coffee, so I thought I'd better sit and watch this 25-minute video. 3 hours later, I'm still sitting there. I'm still sitting watching. The words are resonating with me. I seem to be connecting with them. Is there more to life than this? It's all about love. Abandon the idea of being good and just try. Nothing is impossible with God. I couldn't switch off. The words were really just resonating, and all the stories that were being told, to me, they didn't seem church-like. They weren't at all what I expected church was like. So we went for coffee, and I listened intently to what Elizabeth was saying in regards to how she found faith, and I'm sitting there with all these questions of, these can't all be coincidences. Is there some sort of higher power? What is there? What are these beliefs that she has? So it left me with lots and lots of questions, and that's where Christchurch London came in. Elizabeth obviously put me into contact with them, and I sat down on the Sunday and I watched the online service. So as soon as it started, my first thing were like, "Ooh, quite like these songs. These aren't hymns. This isn't what I'm used to." And they're actually sang in a scale that I could sing if I wanted to, but there wasn't any singing on this occasion, I have to be honest. And then came the preach. And the preach was, Jesus Christ is the same today, tomorrow, and forever. And I sat and thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I like that. That's good. That one constant, that one thing that you can rely on, I very much take to heart. What people think of me. I like to be liked, as I'm sure a lot of people do. And if something bad happens, then it affects me. So what would it be like for me if I could switch off from that and I had that faith that Jesus was there looking out for me? So more and more questions obviously were popping into my head, and I knew it was going to be another week till the next service, so I jumped back on to Christchurch London online. I had a look through there to see what I could find, and I found there was an alpha course running. Obviously, it had been running for a while, so I was in the middle of it, but I tuned into that. What is the Holy Spirit? Who is the Holy Spirit? What does it do? Why was I feeling so involved in all of this? Why was I really connecting with it? It was just intriguing me so much. Is it something that was missing from my life that I had absolutely no idea that it was missing? So I started to think about what faith would look like for me. And after sort of one of the online sessions, I thought, right, well, maybe it's time that I pray, that I start to pray, see if I can start to have a conversation with Jesus and see where that leads me. I had no idea what I was doing, what I was saying. I think there was often 15, 20 minutes sitting there thinking, what am I going to say? And then about 30 seconds of actual prayer. But it started me off on the journey. I felt happier. I was calmer. I was building better relationships with my children. I was looking after things that were important to me. And I just had a sense that something had changed. Since I began to pray, there's been numerous, what I used to call coincidences, but now calling a knocking, uh, where it's almost an unexplained, where there must be something else going on. There's one Bible verse that just keeps jumping out at me all the time when I least expect it. I've managed to help Elizabeth with some of her work, some work in regards to poetry, where my neighbour just randomly passed some poems across the fence to me and allowed me to be able to help Elizabeth with something that she had ongoing. One morning I had this absolute unerring feeling deep in my stomach that I had to forgive somebody that had recently done harm to me. So there's lots of things that just keep happening. So I mean, for me, this crazy journey has only really just started. Obviously, I have to say a massive thank you to Elizabeth and a huge thank you to Christchurch London for starting me off on this path. CCL have been very generous and helpful and offering lots of different types of support to me. So thank you very much, guys, and I really do appreciate it. So I wish you all the success in your ongoing journeys with Jesus, and we'll see where mine takes me to. Thanks very much.